Hello, everyone. This is Al Red Sox fan coming to you from Al Red Sox fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. We continue our Bicentennial Tournament 1976 Game 3, winner take all. You win, you advance. You lose, you're eliminated. It's as simple as that. Elimination game, first pitch up next between the 1976 Detroit Tigers, 1976 Cleveland Indians. Series tied at 1. Game 1 went to the Indians 6-4. Just flip over here. Game 2 in Detroit. Tigers held on for an exciting 8-7 win. And now the deciding Game 3. Detroit. John Hiller, as soon as he comes in, will be a point of fatigue check. For Cleveland, Stan Thomas can't pitch. Let's get to the starting lineups and see who shall advance in our 1976 Bicentennial Tournament. Joining us here at the ballpark in Cleveland, or as they used to call it, the Mistake by the Lake Municipal Stadium, Joshua Hauser. He says, looking forward to this deciding game. Hope all is well with you, Joshua. All right. For the visiting Detroit Tigers, Vern Rule, right-handed hurler, will do the pitching. 9-12, 3.92 ERA in 32 starts. He did allow 19 homers. That's an ouch. Leading off, the usual suspect, Ron LaFleur in center, 316, 4 homers, 39 ribbies, double-A stealer. Batting second in right field, La Grande Alarange, Rusty Staub, 299, 15 homers, 96 runners knocked in. Batting third, the designated hitter, Willie Horton, hero of the 1968 World Series, 262, 14 homers, 56 ribbies. Cleanup hitter, left fielder, Ben Ogilvy, 285, 15 homers, 47 runners knocked in. Doing the catching, batting fifth, another hero from the 1968 World Series team, Bill Freehan, 270, 5 homers, 27 runners knocked in. Batting sixth, first baseman Jason Thompson, 218, 17 homers, 54 ribbies. Batting seventh, second baseman Mickey Stanley, 257, 4 homers, 29 runners knocked in. Batting eighth, third baseman Aurelio Rodriguez, 240, 8 homers, 50 ribbies. Batting ninth, the shortstop Tom Verizor, 234, a homer, 25 runners knocked in. That is the visiting Detroit Tigers lineup. Joining us at the ballpark along with Joshua Hauser, Clinton Parks, Cleve Baseball Fan 879. He says, good evening. This is Cleve Baseball Fan 879. Please check out and subscribe to his channel. One of the rare years from 1955 to 1993 that the Indians finished over 500. Yes, Cleveland finished 81-78. The Tigers 74-87. Cleveland fourth place. Detroit fifth place. Winner advances to face either the Yankees or the Orioles. As he says, or should I say 1960 to 1993. For Cleveland, they're going with Jim Bibby, 13-7, 3.20 ERA, 21 starts, also had a save. Bibby's good for point of fatigue starts in the 5th inning. For Rule, point of fatigue check, 6th inning. Leading off for the Indians, center fielder Rick Manning, 292, 6 homers, 43 ribbies. Batting second, shortstop Larvell Blanks, 280, 5 homers, 41 ribbies. The DH Rico Carty bats third, 310, 13 homers, 83 runners knocked in. Cleanup hitter left fielder George Hendrick, 265, 25 home runs, 81 ribbies. Batting fifth, third baseman Buddy Bell, 281, 7 homers, 60 runners knocked in. The catcher Ray Fosse bats sixth, 301 average, 2 homers, 30 ribbies. Batting seventh, former Baltimore Oriole, left-hand batting first baseman Boog Powell, 215, 9 homers, 33 ribbies. The right fielder Charlie Spikes bats eighth, 237, 3 homers, 31 runners knocked in. Batting ninth, second baseman Dwayne Kuiper, 263, no homers, 37 runners knocked in. He did have 13 doubles and 6 triples. So there you have it. We await first pitch in moments. So Bibby goes out to the mound for his warm-up tosses. Again, Bibby point of fatigue check starts in the 5th. Vern Rule point of fatigue check starts in the 6th. Here's Jim Bibby. Reiser, Rodriguez, Stanley, Thompson, Freehan, Ogilvy, Horton, Staub, LaFleur. And let's do that for the Indians, too. Kuiper, Spikes, Powell, Fosse, Bell, Hendrick, Rico Carty, Blanks, Manning. All righty. Jim Bibby done with his warm-up tosses. Hope everyone's doing well on this Friday evening. Ron LaFleur to lead off. Bibby is a horrific at holding. He's a +3. Fosse's arm is neutral, so it's a +3 on the steal attempt. And again, I don't do the extra hold as I've stated in every game in this series. I play Stratomatic Advanced, tweaking the rules the way I like to play. The pitch to Ron LaFleur from Jim Bibby, righty-righty matchup, off the Bibby card, 5-10. A 5-10 is a ground ball to short. That's Blanks. He's a 4E16. So Blanks, that's a 14. And he has a 4 range as a shortstop. Charges, fields it, quick release. What a stretch by the first baseman, Boog Powell, and they just nip Ron LaFleur, 1 down. Nice play all the way around for Cleveland. So LaFleur is out 6-3, 1 down. Indians throw it around the infield. That brings up La Grande à l'Orange, Rusty Staub. Left-handed batter. Bibby has a sign from Fosse. The pitch to Staub. Off the Staub card, right-handed pitcher, 2-9. A 2 and a 9 is a hard hit ball to first. Powell fields it himself. And the girthy Boog Powell wins the foot race to the bag from the slow-footed Rusty Staub. 2 away, so that's a ground out to first. Staub heads back to the dugout. That's a 2 column has everything pretty good there except for the 2 and the 9. Two outs, base is empty for Willie Horton. Bibby looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Horton, right-handed batting designated hitter. Bibby rocks and deals to Willie Horton. Right-handed batter off the Bibby card. 5-5. So you have a 5-5. Strike 3 looking. Caught him on the breaking pitch. Bibby strikes out 1. The Tigers go down in order. We go to the bottom of the first. No score. Good inning for Bibby and the Indians. Let's see if Vern Rule can match that. Vern Rule will face Rick Manning, LeVar Blanks, Rico Carty. Vern Rule taking his warm-up tosses between innings. He's all set to go. Around the infield goes the ball. Back to Vern Rule. Rick Manning leads things off. Left-handed batting center fielder. Freehand wiggles the fingers. The pitch from Rule to Rick Manning. 2's wild. It's a 2-4 right-handed pitcher. So a 2 and a 4 is a ground ball to his second. Up with it is Stanley. Over to Thompson, 1 down. Manning is retired 4-3. One out for the shortstop, LeVar Blanks. Yes, the shortstop, LeVar Blanks. He played second base in game 2. Righty-righty matchup. Rule rocks and deals to Blanks. Off the Vern Rule card, 5-7. A 5-7. That's a fly ball center field. LaFleur camping. He makes the catch, 2 away. Base is empty for the DH. Right-hand batting Rico Carty. Here's the pitch to Carty. 6-5. Right-handed batter. 6-5. Ground ball to short. The shortstop is Verizor for the Tigers. He is a 3E33. He wants a high roll here, and he's going to – that's a 16. He's going to make the play. So a 16 out of 3. Backhanded in the hole. Throws to first. Scooped out of the dirt by Thompson. 1, 2, 3 go the Indians. And there goes the pencil. 1, 2, 3 went the pencil. The pencil has bit the dust. All right. Well, we'll have to go to a relief pencil. This is a good pencil here. Trusty pencil. All right, the relief pencil has been brought in. We're through 1 here at Municipal Stadium, Cleveland, Ohio. The mistake by the lake, as some put it. No score. Game 3, winner advances to either face the Yankees or the Orioles. Next series will be the Red Sox and Brewers. Red Sox are the favorite team there. Red Sox finished 3rd in 1976. So Bibby back up on the mound. Bibby to face Ogilvy, Freehand, Thompson. Bibby is done with his warm-up tosses. The pitch to the left-hand batting Ben Ogilvy. Off the Bibby card, left-handed batter, 5-9. A 5 and a 9 is a ground ball to short. LeVar Blanks gets another error range check, 4E16. That's an 8. We're going to go to an error check here, and he's an E16. 5, I think he boots the ball on that. E16. 3 through 5 and 11, 1 base error. Blanks fires Blanks on that one. Reaching to lead things off in the top of the second on the E6 is Ben Ogilvy. He's a B stealer. So they will hold him on. And again, I don't do the extra hold. So if he wants to steal, it's 1 through 16 because Fosse's arm is a 0. Bibby's a +3 to steal second. If you're a B stealer, is 1 through 13, 1 through 16. He's going, and he's safe. Both teams have stolen quite a few bases in this 3-game series so far. So that's a stolen base. Ogilvy at second in scoring position for Billy Freehand, the catcher. Freehand's going to swing the stick. Righty-righty matchup. The pitch to Freehand for Bibby. It's going to be a 6'11 right-handed batter. 6'11 fly ball center field. It's going to be out number 1, making the catch, Rick Manning. Holding at second is Ogilvy. Oh, he's got a -1 arm. That's a 6'11". Fly ball B. Runner on third scores. Other runners hold, so he doesn't advance. 1 out. Ogilvy stands at second. Jason Thompson, he homered in game 2. Left-handed batter. Bibby looks to second, now in at the plate in Fosse. The pitch to Jason Thompson. 1-7. 1-7. Ground ball to second. Ground ball B. If no runners are forced, runners hold. Well, that's incorrect. It's that ball hit to the right side. We'll have the runner advance. I believe they corrected that in Super Advanced or something. Because it says ground ball B. If no runners are forced, runners hold. Ball hit to the right side. Guy on second 90% of the time advances to third. Thompson is retired 4-3. Making the play was Kuiper to Powell. 2 outs, but Ogilvy 90 feet away. Stepping into the batter's box, second baseman, jack of all trades, Mickey Stanley. We'd like to say hello to D. Scott Howard, the Goat Whisperer, Cutter Historical. Hope all is well, gentlemen. Also here, Cleve Baseball Fan 879, Clinton Parks, Joshua Hauser. Remember to check out Cutter Historical's channel and subscribe. And Cleve Baseball Fan 879's channel and subscribe. The pitch to Mickey Stanley. He's looking for a clutch 2-out hit with Ogilvy at third. Righty-righty matchup. That's a 4-5. A 4-5 is a fly ball to center field. Going back a bit, reaching up is Rick Manning. Side is retired. Ogilvy stranded at third. We go to the bottom of the second. No score here in Cleveland. So Vern Rule for the Tigers will try to match the goose egg from Jim Bibby. Series tied at 1. Winner advances in this best of 3 in our Bicentennial 1976 series. Bibby will face Hendrick, Bell, and Fosse. George Hendrick, the morose one. The pitch from Vern Rule, will face Hendrick, Bell, and Fosse. The pitch from Rule to George Hendrick, righty-righty matchup. That's a 2-7, a 2 and a 7. 1 through 3 is a triple. 4 and higher is single. It is a single to center. So George Hendrick singles to center. He's a D stealer. He will not be held on, and he's not going anywhere. After further review, how you doing? That's our good friend Steve Tower. After further review with Steve Tower, please check out and subscribe to that channel. He had a stream up earlier today, which I'll check out later. He says, our good friend Steve Tower says, I'm not sure if you have heard, but the bird is the word. Yes, the bird is the word. Unfortunately, the bird lost game 1. The bird. So Hendrick is at first. Buddy Bell steps to the plate. They're playing for 2 in the Tigers infield. The pitch to Buddy Bell, righty-righty matchup, off the Vern Rule card, 4-10. A 4 and a 10 is a fly ball to center field. Ron LaFleur is a 3E16. He wants a high roll here. That's not good. That's going to be a hit. So a 3 and a 3 is a single, and that's going to send Hendricks to third. Well, they'll put the brakes on Hendrick. So back-to-back singles. Indians threatening. Runners on the corners. Appa Brian, how you doing? Hope all is well. Check out that wonderful channel and subscribe. Ray Fosse looking to knock in the first run or runs of the ball game. Fosse, right-hand batting catcher, digs in, prepared to do battle with Vern Rule. Freehand sets the target for his counterpart, the pitch to Ray Fosse. No outs, runners on the corners off the Vern Rule card, 6-8. A 6-8 is a ground ball B. That ball is hit to third. Ground ball B. If no runners are forced, runners hold. If one or more runners are forced, so they get the force out at second. Holding at third is Hendrick. Bell is forced out. Fosse reaches on the 5-4 fielder's choice. First and third still, but now with one out. Boog Powell, who just looks not right in a Cleveland Indians uniform, steps to the plate. A little more girthy Boog is. Left-handed stick. Rule to Powell. One out. Runners on the corners once again. Off the Powell card, right-handed pitcher. 2-8. Ground ball to first. Ground ball B. If no runners are forced, runners hold. So that's a hard hit ball to Thompson. Thompson takes a quick look. They didn't have the contact play on at third. Hendrick holds. And again, they'll get the force out. This time it's Fosse on the 3-6. Powell reaches on the fielder's choice. This will be a huge squander for the Indians. Will the third time be the charm with Charlie Spikes at the bat? Spikes. Right-handed batter, right fielder. Hendrick at third. He's been there for a bit. Powell slow-footed at first. Rule looks in at Freehand. Nods his head. Pitch homeward bound to Charlie Spikes. Off the Vern Rule card, 5-5. A 5 and a 5. Oh, Nelly. Charlie Spikes is going to get it done. It is gone. Does he have normal power? Yes, he does. 1 through 10's a homer. It is a 3-run blast to center by Charlie Spikes. Bippity boppity boom. Boom goes the ball. Charlie Spikes touches them all to the moon, Alice, to the moon. The Tigers and Vern Rule nearly wiggled out of it, but there was no wiggle room for Charlie Spikes as he spanks that ball over the fence for a 3-0 Indians lead. A clutch 2-out hit for sure. Hendrick scores. Powell lumbers around the bases and scores. Spikes picks up 3 ribbies on the homer. 3-0 Tigers. So Vern Rule couldn't wiggle out of that. 2 outs, base is empty now. Fans here in Cleveland feeling pretty good about themselves. A pitch to the left-hand batting Dwayne Kuiper, second baseman. 4-8, left-handed batter. 4-8, fly ball to center field. Kuiper gives it a run. LaFleur at the track as it carries, makes the catch. Kuiper's retired, but the 3-run blast with 2 outs and runners on the corners by Charlie Spikes gives the Cleveland Indians a 3-0 lead, to the joy and jocularity of Tribes fans. Due up in the top of the third, Rodriguez, Verizon, top of the order, Ron LaFleur to face Jim Bibby. Cleveland looking to advance. So Bibby on the perch. Here comes Aurelio Rodriguez. Ball goes back to Bibby after the Indians throw it around the infield. Aurelio Rodriguez, right-hand batting third baseman, awaits to do battle with Jim Bibby. Pitch homer bound to Aurelio Rodriguez. A 4-2, how do you do? A 4-2, he gets jammed, popped up, right side, second baseman. Kuiper waiting for it. He makes the catch. Rodriguez is gone on the pop out to second. 1 out. Number 9 batter, Tommy Verizon, right-hand batting shortstop. Freehand Sets the target. The pitch from Bibby to Verizon. It's a 3-3. What will it be? We shall see. Right-handed pitcher. A 3-3. He jams him. Popped up right side. This time it's in foul territory. Waiting to make the catch is Boog Powell. 2 down. Bibby really coming in tight against the Tigers batters. Top of the order, Ron LaFleur. LaFleur grounded to short, 0 for 1. The pitch to the speedy LaFleur. You want to keep him off the base paths. 1-8. A 1 and an 8 is a single to center. LaFleur singles to center. He's a double-A stealer. And you have a +3 on the hold. Fosse's a 0. That's a 20. But we make it 1 through 19. There goes Ron LaFleur. And he's safe. No check on the throw. 1 through 3 would have been an error check on the throw. So LaFleur steals another base in this series, as Cleveland is horrific at holding runners on. And again, I don't do the extra hold. I don't like it. I go off the pitcher and the catcher. That's the way I play it. La Grande à l'Orange. Rusty Staub. He's 0 for 1. He grounded to first, unassisted. Bibby peeks to second. Now deals to Rusty Staub. 6-5 left-handed batter. A 6 and a 5. Hard hit ball to first. Powell is going to win the foot race to the bag once again. Staub is retired. LaFleur stranded at second. The Tigers are gone. We go to the bottom of the third. 3-0 Cleveland. Winner advances in our 1976 Bicentennial Tournament. So Bibby pitching very well. Vern Rule on a short leash. But, I mean, who are you really going to bring in? Their Tigers bullpen's god-awful. No tomorrow. They're trying to get innings out of Vern Rule and try to piece it together. Top of the order for the Indians, Manning, Blanks, and Carty combined 0 for 3 in their first at-bat. Here's the pitch to the left-hand batting center fielder for the Indians, Rick Manning. It's a 3-4 off the Manning card. Right-handed pitcher. 3-4 ground ball to short. Up with it is Verizon. Over to Thompson, 1 down. 2 ground outs for Manning. He's now 0 for 2. Larvell Blank steps to the plate. He flew out to center. Rule rocks and deals. Sends in a 5-8 to LeVar Blanks. So a 5 and an 8 is a ground ball to short. Verizon to Thompson. 2 away. They're playing Pepper with the Tigers shortstop, Tommy Verizon. 2 away. Right-hand batting DH steps to the plate, Rico Carty, 0 for 1. The pitch to Carty from Vern Rule, 1-6. A 1 and a 6 is a single to center. The Indians will not go quietly in the bottom of the third. Indians up 3-0. Series tied at 1. Best of 3 winner advances to face either the Yankees or the Orioles in our Bicentennial 1976 tournament. Our next series, Red Sox Brewers best of 3. Hendrick steps to the plate. He singled and scored on the 3-run homer with 2 outs by Charlie Spikes. The pitch to the morose one, George Hendrick. 6-6. You get your kicks on Route 66. Right-handed batter, so that is a 6 and a 6. And guess what? 1 through 4 is a double. Higher is a single. It is a single, 2 stars. The slow-footed Carty has a jump with 2 outs. He goes first to third. Hendrick is now 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Runners on the corners. This is just what happened in the prior inning. And Spikes hit a 3-run homer. Now with 2 outs, what will Buddy Bell do? He's singled and was forced out on a fielder's choice off the bat of Ray Fosse. This could be the last batter Vern Rule faces. Here's the pitch to Buddy Bell. 4s across the board. 4-8. A 4 and 8. He needs a 1. He doesn't get it. It's a ground ball. Diving stop by Thompson. From his knees, throws to Vern Rule, covering the bag. The side is retired. The Indians strand them on the corners. thanks to a wonderful play by Jason Thompson. So Bell is out 3-1. We go to the top of the fourth. The Cleveland Indians 3, the Detroit Tigers nothing. Due up for the Tigers, Horton, Ogilvy, Freehand. If anyone gets on, Jason Thompson. So here's Bibby. Fourth inning. Fifth inning starts his point of weakness check. Or fatigue check, whatever we want to call it. Willie Horton struck out his first time up, 0 for 1. The pitch to the Tigers, DH, Willie Horton. 5-5 off the Bibby card. A 5 and a 5, swing and a miss. Second time, Horton's gone down via the K. 1 down in the top of the fourth. Tigers unable to get any offense so far, going against Bibby, who's pitched quite well for the Indians. Ben Ogilvy reached on an error by the shortstop Blanks, got to third, but no farther. Ogilvy digs in the left-hander's batter's box. Bibby kicks and deals to Ben Ogilvy off the Bibby card, left-handed batter, 5-7. So a 5 and a 7 is a ground ball to second base. Kuiper's a 2E12. 17, he'll make the play. We'll just double check. 17, he has it. Flips to first, 2 away. Ogilvy heads back to the dugout. He's 0 for 2. Billy Freehand steps to the plate. He flew out to Manning in center. 3-0 Indians. Here's the pitch to Freehand from Vern Rule off the Rule card. Right-handed batter. Off the Bibby card, excuse me. Right-handed batter. 5-7. 5-7 ground ball to second. Kuiper again's a 2E12. That's an 18. He makes the, again, we'll double check, but I'm pretty sure he makes the play. 18. He's up with it. Over to first. Side is retired. A strikeout and 2 groundouts to Kuiper. 1, 2, 3. Go the Tigers. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 3-0 Indians. So Bibby is pitching a gem. Now Vern Rule comes back out. Vern Rule will face Fosse, Powell, and Spikes. Spikes hit a 3-run homer off of him with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. That's how all the runs have been scored in this baseball game. The pitch to Ray Fosse from Vern Rule off the right-handed batter pitcher card, Vern Rule. 4-9. So a 4-9 is a single to left. So Fosse's now 1 for 2. He singles. Boog Powell steps to the plate. Reached on fielder's choice. Scored on the 3-run homer from Spikes. Powell, an excellent double play candidate. Freehand sets the defense. Now back behind the plate. Squats down. Sets the target. The pitch of the former Oriole, Boog Powell. 6-8. A 6 and an 8. They're going to get the force at second. Powell reaches on a fielder's choice. 5-4. Fosse is out. 1 down. Slow-footed Powell at first. Charlie Spikes, the hero of the game so far. 3-run homer in his first at-bat in the second. Again, Tigers looking to turn 2 in the infield. Rule shakes off Freehand. Now he's ready to work. The pitch to Charlie Spikes. Maybe he shouldn't have shook off Freehand. It's a 2-10. 2-10 single to center. A hanging breaking pitch. Rip to center. Charlie Spikes is 2 for 2. Powell stops at second. So first and second, 1 out. Number 9 batter, Dwayne Kuiper, comes up. Had there been no outs, he'd be bunting, but he's going to swing the stick. Left-handed batter. Rule to Kuiper. 3-8. Right-handed pitcher. 3-8. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Ground ball B. If no runners are forced, so the runners hold at third, and they get the force out at second, batter's safe at first. So Powell is out. No, I'm sorry. Powell to third. Spikes is out. There are 2 down. That's a fielder's choice. 1-6. Two outs, top of the order for Rick Manning. 3-0. Indians. Freehand goes out to have a word with Vern Rule. Now back behind the plate. Manning's grounded out twice. Once to second, once to short. The pitch to the left-hand batting center fielder for the Indians, Rick Manning. 5-10. A 5 and a 10. Strike 3 looking. Freehand did a beautiful job of framing the outside fastball. Vern Rule and the Tigers wiggle out of it. Rick Manning is now 0 for 3. We go to the top of the 5th. 3-0 Indians. Point of weakness check for Bibby coming up. So Vern Rule gives up the 3-run homer with 2 outs in the second. Been in trouble a bit. Wiggles out of it. Keeps it a 3-0 game. For the Tigers will be Jason Thompson, Mickey Stanley, Aurelio Rodriguez. If anyone gets on, Tommy Verizor. Indians bullpen is well rested. The pitch to the left-hand batting Jason Thompson from Jim Bibby. 3-9. Chopper to second. Kuiper over to Powell. 1 down. Thompson grounds out to second for his second time. He's 0 for 2. Ken Castro, how you doing? Hope all is well. Again, we have Ken Castro here, Appa Bryan Baseball Classics. Check out that channel and subscribe. Clinton Parks, the Admiral. After further review with Steve Tower, check out that channel and subscribe. D. Scott Howard, the Goat Whisperer, Cutter Historical, another fun content creator in our community. Check out that channel and subscribe. Cleve Baseball Fan 879, another fun content creator in our community. A must subscribe. And Joshua Hauser. One out, base is empty for Mickey Stanley. The pitch from Bibby to Stanley. 5s across the board. A 5-10 right-handed batter. So a 5 and a 10 is a ground ball to short. The shortstop is LeVar Blanks. He's already made an error in this game. He's a 4-range E16. That's a 16. I believe he will make the play on the range. Yes, he does. It's a chopper. He charges. Ground ball C. Throws to first. Powell. Backhanded scoop. There are 2 down. Stanley goes back to the dugout. Powell has saved Blanks a couple of errors there. 2 outs, base is empty. Number 8 batter, Aurelio Rodriguez, popped out to the second baseman. He's 0 for 1. Bibby works quickly to Aurelio Rodriguez. Right-handed batter off the Bibby card. 6-5, a 6 and a 5. Ground ball to short. Blanks has it. Throws to Powell. 3 ground balls, 3 outs. Bibby flies through his point of fatigue check quite marvelously. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 3-0 Indians. Clock going tick, tick, tick on the Tigers' Bicentennial tournament hopes. Vern Rule comes up on his point of fatigue check, the 6th inning. Actually, the next inning will be it. It's the bottom of the 5th. Again, their bullpen is putrid. He's going to face Blanks, Cardi, and Hendrick. LeVar awaits the Vern Rule offering. Pitch homered bound to blanks, 111. Chopper to first. Thompson has it. He'll flip to Vern Rule covering the bag. Blanks is 0 for 3, scoring at home 1-3. One out here in the bottom of the fifth. Here's Rico Carty. He's 1 for 2. He's single and grounded to short. Designated hitter. Freehand wiggles the fingers. Vern Rule quickly nods his head. The leg kick delivery to Rico Carty. 4-5. Off the Vern Rule card, right-handed batter. 4-5. That's a fly ball to left. Ogilvy moving to his left makes the grab. 2 away. Base is empty for George Hendrick. He's 2 for 2. 2 singles, and he scored a run. Will he go 3 for 3? The pitch homeward bound to the morose George Hendrick. 1-4. A 1-4. Hard hit ball to short. Backhanded by Verizon over to Thompson. Side is retired. Finally, George Hendrick is out. We're through 5 here at Municipal Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. 3-0 Indians. Due up for the Tigers, trailing 3-0. Verizon in the top of the order, LaFleur and La Grande Alarange, Rusty Staub. Now do you stick with Bibby's pitching well. He's giving you the 5 innings. Series tied at 1 in the best of 3. Winner advances in our Bicentennial tournament to face either the Yankees or the Orioles. Joining us here, Daryl Cole. How you doing? He says, 1976, one of my favorite seasons. I was 8, and it was the first season I remember watching baseball. Very cool. So, I mean, you can go Jim Kern. Kern can go 4 innings, and you have LaRoche, the closer. They're set up well for the bullpen. Do you try to get Bibby through another inning? I think they shall, because they'll have to pitch in their game. If they win, each team, whoever wins, they'll have to pitch their game, their 4th starter. Each team has to have 4 starters before you can go back to your number 1. So either against the Yankees or the Orioles, whoever wins this game will throw their 4th starter against the number 1 of those teams. Bibby to Verizon, who's 0 for 1. He popped out to first. That's a 6-8 off the Bibby card, right-handed batter. So a 6 and an 8 is a single to center. Tommy Verizon singles. Bibby got too much of the plate with that one, and he paid for it. Verizon's an East Steeler. They're not going to hold him on. Ron LaFleur steps to the plate. This could be Bibby's last batter. They're looking at turn 2 against a speedy LaFleur at the plate. That's pretty tough. Bibby peeks to first, now looks in, has the sign from Fosse. The pitch to Ron LaFleur, 1-6, 1-6, single to right. And that's going to be it for Mr. Jim Bibby. Right fielder is Spikes. He has a -2 arm. Verizon's a yeah, he's not going anywhere. He's going to go 90 feet and stop at second. LaFleur is now 2 for 3. So first and second, no outs. We have a pitching change for the Indians here in Cleveland. As Daryl Cole says, LaFleur could run. He sure could. Dave Gardner, how you doing, Uncle Dave? Long day at work, I saw. Check out Uncle Dave's channel and subscribe. He says, I might pick up 1971 during the sale. A bit out of my wheelhouse, but I might try it. 71, Pittsburgh beats Baltimore. Roberto Clemente. Lots of good players on those teams. And that's it for Bibby. So Bibby goes 5 innings, responsible for the runners on. Verizon at second, LaFleur at first. So 5 innings. So far, no runs. But again, he's responsible for those 2 runners. They're going to go to the Kern, who's well rested. He did not pitch in game 2. Neither did LaRoche, as the Tigers held on to an 8-7 win in Detroit. Like I said, Stan Thomas not eligible to pitch for the Indians. He's tired. He pitched the final 4 2/3 innings. Or was it 3 2/3? 3 2/3. But, I mean, again, he's a mop-up guy in a tournament situation. So they're going to go to Jim Kern. Bibby is done. And while Kern takes his warm-up tosses and awaits to do battle with Legrand a l'Orange Rusty Staub. I mean, I guess we could have went lefty-lefty, but we're going to go with Kern. Because they have Staub, Horton, Oakley. You know what? Not going to go with Kern. They're going to go LaRoche. 2 lefties coming up. Sandwich between them is Horton. Dave LaRoche. And he's good for 3 innings. So Kern might be called upon to close things out. He had 15 saves. LaRoche had 21, I believe. Glad I thought about that. So, LaRoche is a left-handed thrower. He's a -2 on the hold. We're just going to put this over here. A 4E44. Oh, my Lord. 4E44. All right. LaRoche is done with his warm-up tosses. So LaRoche. Sixth inning. No outs. 2 runners on. Here's Rusty Staub. Staub can tie it with 1 swing of the bat. LaRoche to Staub. Lefty-lefty matchup. Oh, I moved. Did I move? You know, re-roll. I think I moved the dice. About the same, isn't it? 4-5. Lefty-lefty. 4 and a 5. 1 through 7's a triple. Staub does not get the triple. It's a 13. That is going to be a marvelous catch in right field for Spikes going towards the line. He makes the diving catch. Fly ball B, runners hold, as getting a little too far off the bag and quickly racing back is Tommy Verizon. So a great catch by Spikes in the corner. 1 out, 2 on. Staub shaking his head. So Spikes has hit a 3-run homer and now made a fabulous play in right field. Willie Horton steps to the plate. Right-hand batting DH. 2 strikeouts against Bibby. He's glad to see Bibby go. Horton will now face LaRoche. 5-7. Right-handed batter, 5 and a 7. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. Horton's luck does not change. He has struck out 3 times, twice against Bibby, and now once against Dave LaRoche. 2 outs, 2 on. Verizon at second. LaFleur at first. Extremely speedy. Ben Ogilvy at the plate. Ben 0 for 2. He's reached on an error by the shortstop for the Indians, Blanks, and grounded to Kuiper at second. Lefty-lefty matchup. Will the Tigers go with Alex Johnson? The 1 and the 3 are good. Though Ogilvy, if he gets that 3 column, he's got a clean homer on the 4. Alex Johnson's going to pinch hit for Ben Ogilvy and then take over in left field. Going to lose a bit defensively, but they need Johnson to get some kind of hit here with 2 outs. So Ogilvy being called back. He's done. Tigers, the wheels are spinning in the dugout for the management. So it's going to be Johnson, 1 through 15 for a runner. C stealer, D bunter, C hit and run. Johnson is a 4 plus 2 E17. Free hand on deck. Indians stick with LaRoche. The pitch from LaRoche to Alex Johnson. 2-8. Swing and a miss. 2-8 would have been a ground out, so it didn't matter. So Alex Johnson is blown away by Dave LaRoche. LaRoche strikes out 2 in a 1-2 in the 3 batters he faced after Bibby gave up singles to Verizon and LaFleur. The Tigers can't capitalize. Great job by Dave LaRoche. So Bibby gives up no runs in 5 innings. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 3-0 Indians. Do we want to keep Alex Johnson in left? Yes, we will. So again, LaRoche can go 3 innings. The 3rd inning, point of weakness check. I mean, he can go more than 3, but point of weakness check in the 3rd. So that was a big moment for the Indians. They went to their pen. Vern Rule has wiggled out of a couple of messes after giving up the 3-run homer with 2 outs and runners on the corners to Charlie Spikes. They're going to try to get another inning out of Vern Rule. Buddy Bell, Fosse, and Powell will be the batters that Rule faces. The pitch to Buddy Bell, 1 for 3. His 1 hit was a single. Righty-righty matchup. 6-6, you get your kicks on Route 66. A 6 and a 6, and that's going to be it for Vern Rule. That is a single to center. So Buddy Bell is now 2 for 3. Fosse coming up. He's 1 for 2. Hiller comes in immediately, point of fatigue check. Or do we go to Grilly? Fossey, Powell's a lefty. Spikes, righty. Bill Laxton, 409, 13 homers allowed. No, we're going to go to Grilly. We're going to go to Grilly. That's it for Vern Rule. Rule pitches to one batter in the sixth, gives up a leadoff single to Buddy Bell. His day is done. Steve Grilly comes on. So Grilly, sixth, no outs. One runner on. And Grilly is a right-handed pitcher. -5 on the hold. One E22. One E22. And he can go 3 innings. Again, third inning, point of weakness check. So here's Ray Fossey, runner at first. Grilly will try to induce a double play ball. Has a quick word with Freehand. Freehand behind the plate. Grilly to Fossey. A 1-5, a 1-5, and there's a double play ball. We're not playing injuries. It's a plus injuries. We're not playing injuries. So it's a hard hit ball. Grilly snares it, pivots, fires to Verizon. Relay throw to Thompson. 2 outs, base is empty. Bell is out on the double play. So that's going to go 1-6-3, 2 down. Good job by Grilly. Fossey hit the ball hard up the middle. One hop, Grilly snared it. No hesitation. Pivots, fires to the shortstop. Verizon coming right over the bag. Quick release to Thompson. It was a beautiful double play by the Tigers. 2 outs, base is empty. And that's going to close the book on Vern Rule. 5 innings. 3 runs. They were all earned, and he gave up a homer. Okay, so 2 outs, base is empty for Boog Powell. Grilly to the left-hand batting Powell. That is a 3-9 off the Powell card. 3-9. He had a fat pitch to hit, and he pops it up. Powell, disgusted at himself, waiting for it to come down as Mickey Stanley, the second baseman. Powell is now 0 for 3, popping out to Stanley. So Grilly comes in, does his J-O-B. We go to the top of the 7th, but the Indians still lead 3-0 if you're a Tigers fan. Dave Little, how you doing? Hope all is well. Check out that wonderful channel and subscribe. Alternate History 100. Hope all is well. Yes, Blue Bloods is done as a series. You are correct, Daryl Cole. So we go to the top of the 7th. 3-0 Indians. LaRoche, second inning of work. Kern loosens in the bullpen. For Cleveland. LaRoche will face Freehand, Thompson, and Stanley. Except he's not going to face Thompson. We're going to be a pinch hitter there. So here's Billy Freehand. The Detroit catcher is 0 for 2. A fly out and a ground out. LaRoche kicks and deals to Freehand. 5-7 right-handed batter. A 5 and a 7 strike 3 swinging. LaRoche has struck out 3 in a row. Horton, Johnson pinch hitting for Ogilvy. And now Freehand. One out in the top of the 7th. I don't think Jason Thompson, he's got to get that one column. But we're going to pinch hit for Jason Thompson. Let's see what we have here. We've used Alex Johnson. He's playing left now. Bruce Kim might be an option. No for Chuck Scrivener. No for Dan Meyer. No for Phil Mankiewicz. No for the switch hitting Jerry Manuel. Ooh, John Walkenfuss. I always love saying that name, John Walkenfuss. Hits that 2 column, it's not bad, but then we need a first baseman. Who can play first? Mickey Stanley can probably play first. I think Mickey Stanley can play first. Lord knows he plays every other position. Yes, he can. No, that's left field. Oh, he's a 2E12. All right. Mickey Stanley will move to first, I guess. All right, so Bruce Kim, because we're not playing with injuries, we still have another catcher anyway. No, not Bruce Kim. Who'd I say? Yeah, it's going to be Bruce Kim. Bruce Kim is going to pinch hit. Actually, then he can come in to catch, and Freehand can go to first. That's what we'll do. So Bruce Kim to pinch hit here against the left-handed hurling Dave LaRoche, who has struck out 3 Tigers in a row, retiring 4 in a row since coming in relief of Bibby. So it's going to be Kim to pinch hit. He's a CAC. $11. He'll stay in to catch. And then Freehand will go to first, and we'll make the defensive changes. Here's Bruce Kim, Mickey Stanley on deck. LaRoche to Kim, the personal binky of Mark Fidrich. Fidrich's cheering him on from the top step of the dugout. It's a 3-4. Ugh. And that's going to be a ground ball, a force out at second, but there's no one on, so that's 2 outs. Ground ball to short on the 3-4 left-handed pitcher. So 3-4. Up with it is Blanks. He throws to Powell, 2 down. Base is empty. Mickey Stanley. LaRoche to Stanley. Can Stanley keep hope alive here in the top of the 7th? Off the LaRoche card, right-handed batter. 4-9. 4-9, swing and a miss. LaRoche has struck out 4, and he's only faced 6 batters. The Tigers get mowed down in the top of the 7th. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Cleveland 3, Detroit nothing. All right, so that's that. Kim does the catching. Freeman will go to first. All right, so Freehand, excuse me. So he's out. Freehand to first. He's a 4E10. Okay. Kim does the catching. Kim is a 4 minus 1 arm. E13. Throwing error 1 through 9. Things not looking good for the Tigers as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Steve Grilly got the Tigers out of a jam in the 6th. Let's see if he can get him through the bottom of the 7th. Charlie Spikes, the hero of the game, 3-run homer in the 2nd with 2 outs, runners on the corners. That's all the scoring for either team in this decisive game 3, best of 3. Indians took game 1 6-4. Tigers held on in Detroit to take game 2 8-7 as the Indians mounted a frantic comeback. But now it's Grilly against Spikes. Righty-righty matchup. It's a 2-6 to Spikes. A 2 and a 6 is a ground ball right to Grilly. He knocks it down, calmly picks it up, tosses to Freehand, who's now at first. 1 out. Number 9, batter Dwayne Kuiper's 0 for 2. Left-handed stick. Bruce Kim quickly goes out to have a word as he's now behind the plate. Conference done. Kim back to the plate, squats down, sets a target. The pitcher, Dwayne Kuiper, left-hand batting second baseman for the Indians. That is a 5-4 off the Grilly card. 5-4 fly ball center field. Ronnie LaFleur is a 3-range E16. He wants a high roll here. 7. Will it go to the error check? No, it doesn't, but LaFleur comes racing in, and he makes the diving catch, leaping forward as it's a fly-out C on the 3-7. What a catch by Ron LaFleur, robbing Kuiper of a hit. Possibly extra bases if it gets behind LaFleur. So there are 2 down. Grilly, top of the order, faces Rick Manning, looking for the 1-2-3 inning. Manning 0 for 3, 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Grilly's ready. The pitch to the left-hand batting Rick Manning. It's going to be off the Grilly card, left-handed batter. 4-7. A 4 and a 7. Well, that ball is struck to center field. LaFleur on the move to right center. Can he make the catch? Manning needs a 1. LaFleur makes the great catch again. To left center. Diving catch, and the side is retired. Mark Fidrich screaming encouragement. The Bird wants to get another round in the Bicentennial tournament. 2 great catches by LaFleur. We go to the top of the 8th. 3-0 Indians. Due up for the Tigers, trailing by 3, Rodriguez, Verizor. Top of the order, LaFleur. LaFleur is 2 for 3. Grilly has thrown 3 innings, so point of weakness check coming up. Or fatigue coming up for Grilly. They're going to stick with Grilly. Hiller's exhausted, but they will go to him if necessary. So Dave LaRoche coming up on his third inning of relief. Point of weakness check. Kern is ready. Jim Kern is ready in the Indians bullpen. Aurelio Rodriguez to face Dave LaRoche. The pitch to Rodriguez, 6-9. A 6 and a 9 is a ground ball to short. Larvell Blanks has either been really good or really bad. Range check. He's a 4E16. That's a 1. That's a base hit, my friends. Past the dive of LeVar Blanks into left field. So Aurelio Rodriguez singles. Tommy Verizer's coming to the plate. Kern looks ready in the bullpen. They're going to stick with LaRoche. The pitcher, Tom Verizer, no outs, 1 on. LaRoche trying to induce a double play ball off the bat of Verizer. It's a 4-9 right-handed batter. 4-9, swing and a miss. Foul tip held on by Ray Fosse. LaRoche has now struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 out, 1 on. Ron LaFleur. Will they go to Kern now? No. They're going to stick with LaRoche. The pitch to LaFleur. 1-4. 1-4. It's going to score a run. 1 through 9. It's a 2-run homer. Reroll. It's a 2. It's gone. They stick with Dave LaRoche, and Ron LaFleur stuck it to them. Bippity boppity boom. Boom goes the ball, and Ron LaFleur, who is a defensive whiz in the bottom of the 7th, touches them all. To the moon, Alice, to the moon. A 2-run blast by Ron LaFleur. Let's double check that. That's a 1-4. And you see the 1-4 and the 2. That is gone, and that's it for Dave LaRoche. The joy and jocularity has left Municipal Stadium with that baseball, though the Indians still have a 1-run lead. Wait a second. 1-4. Wait a second. Wait. No, I did. Okay, at 1-4. I did look at the right thing. Curiously, had it been either way, even if the righty came in, it would still have been a home run. As Daryl Cole says, LaFleur did not hit many dingers. Someone make him a pee-pee cup. Make him pee in a cup. So LaFleur hits a 2-run homer. It's now a 3-2 game. We await Jim Kern. Still only 1 out. Mark Fidrich. All hugs, high fives, and back slaps in that dugout. But here, you know what? They're going to let LaRoche face the left-hand batting Rusty Staub first. So they have a meeting on the mound, and they'll stick with the lefty-lefty matchup. The pitch to La Grande a l'Orange, Rusty Staub. It's a 2-8. It's a single to center. Over here. 2-8. Most likely a single to center. If he gets a 1, it's a double. It's a single to center on the 4. So the lefty-lefty matchup doesn't work there. Tying run at first, a slow-footed Staub. You're not going to pinch run for him. Willie Horton coming to the plate. Making his exit from the game is Dave LaRoche. Coming in is Jim Doc Kern. So Dave LaRoche is done. For the Indians. And here comes Jim Kern. He's going to try to close it out now. He'll need 5 outs before Detroit can get a run or two. Kern, 10-7, 2.37 ERA, 15 saves. LaRoche responsible for Staub at first. So LaRoche pitched 2 1/3 innings. LaRoche struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but gives up the 2-run homer to Ron LaFleur. He's responsible for Staub at first. Kern is coming in. Kern, 8th. 1 out. Runner at first. Kern is a 0 hold, 4E36. And face Willie Horton, who's 0 for 3. He struck out twice against Bibby, once against LaRoche. Will he have better luck against Jim Doc Kern? If Horton goes yard, the Tigers will have a 4-3 lead. It's now 3-2, thanks to that 2-run homer by Ron LaFleur with 1 out. Rodriguez scored. I forgot to mark that. There we go. The pitch to Willie Horton, who represents the go-ahead run at the plate, tying run the slow-footed Rusty Staub at first. Kern rocks and deals. It's a 5-7 right-handed batter, Willie Horton. So a 5 and a 7, swing and a miss. Holy cow. Willie Horton is K'd 4 times against 3 different pitchers. There are 2 down. Wow. Horton, his day of frustration continues. Alex Johnson steps to the plate. Johnson struck out in his pinch hitting appearance when he pinch hit for Ben Ogilvy. Kern to Alex Johnson. 6-8. Right-handed batter, so a 6 and an 8. Hard hit ball to third. Bell up with it across the diamond to Powell, and the side is retired. Kern does his JOB. The Tigers do get 2 on the 2-run homer off the bat of Ronnie LaFleur. They've closed the gap to 1. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 3-2 Indians. Winner advances in the Bicentennial Tournament to face either the Yankees or the Orioles. Steve Grilly comes in for his 3rd inning of relief. He's pitched quite well. Point of fatigue check starts now for Steve Grilly. So Kern needs 3 more outs in the top of the 9th. A fatigued John Hiller is ready to go. They'll try to get Grilly through this inning and hope to score at least a run or 2 in the 9th and bring in Hiller to try to close the show. The Indians, now only up by 1, will send Blanks, Carty, and Hendrick to face Steve Grilly. LeVar Blanks, 0 for 3. The pitch from Grilly to Blanks. Will he continue to shoot Blanks on the 6-10? 6-10, yes, he does. Swing and a miss. Grilly sets him up nicely with the fastball, comes back with a breaking pitch in the dirt. Applying the tag is Bruce Kim to complete the strikeout. One out here in the bottom of the eighth. Joel Horlin, how you doing? Larvell. Isn't that what I said? If not, I apologize. Larvell. What I call him, Lamar? Larvell blanks. He's shooting blanks. Hope all is well, Daryl Cole. You have to understand. I apologize. See, these glasses no longer really work for me. So I have to put them on my head to look at the cards. And then sometimes I squint to see the chat because I forget to bring them back down to see the chat. So, Daryl Cole, good to see you. One out to Rico Cardi. Grilly has a sign from Kim. The pitch to the Indians' designated hitter, Cardi, 1 for 3. His one hit was a single. It's a 6-7 right-handed batter. 6-7 ground ball to second. That, oh boy. Mickey Stanley is absolutely horrific. He needs a huge roll here. A high roll in the D20, and he's not going to get it. That's a base hit. He is a 4 E71, and that is a 3. That's a single past the dive of Stanley into right field. So Rico Cardi is suave. He's now 2 for 4. Second single for Rico Cardi. George Hendricks steps to the plate. So Grilly, if he gives up another 2, well, he's not going to be in for another 2 hits. Yep, Rico Cardi did just pass away. God rest his soul. Looking for the double play ball. Kim sets the defense, now back behind the plate. Squats down, sets the target, the pitch to the morose George Hendrick. From Steve Grilly, it's a 5-6 right-handed batter. 5-6. 5-6 is a walk. One out. Cardi goes to second. Hendrick, third time he's reached base. 2 singles. He scored a run, also grounded to short. To first on the free pass. So first and second. Grilly on the verge of point of weakness. Yep. Former Blue Jay. Was he kept unprotected in the 77? You know how they do the draft for the new teams? Is that how he got to the Blue Jays? Here's Buddy Bell. Grilly to Bell. 1-4. He jammed him. It's a popped-up right-handed pitcher. Outfield grass is Verizon. He makes the catch 2 away. So Grilly comes in high and tight to Buddy Bell. Bell pops out. He's now 2 for 4. Popping out to Verizon. 2 outs, first and second. Ray Fosse steps to the plate. Boog Powell on deck. A tired John Hiller ready to come in. Fosse trying to get some insurance runs here for the Indians. The Tribe catcher is 1 for 3. Last at bat, he banged into the 1-6-3 double play. That was the first batter Grilly faced. Fosse looking for revenge. Grilly takes a deep breath. He's ready. The pitch to Ray Fosse. It's a 4-7. Right-handed batter, 4-7, and the bases are juiced. There's the walk. Grilly is laboring, and he's now hit point of weakness. Advancing to third is Cardi. Hendrick to second. Ray Fosse to first. Boog Powell coming to the plate. Well, they'll pinch hit for Powell if we go to John Hiller. Actually, maybe they don't pinch hit. So there's no tomorrow. They'll go with the exhausted John Hiller. And his point of weakness check starts immediately. So Grilly goes 2 2/3. So far, he's given up no runs, but he is responsible for the bases being loaded here in the bottom of the eighth. Alternate History 100 says, if and when the bases are loaded, they are counting on you. All right, so Grilly, Detroit goes to their third pitcher in this 3-2 game. And it's the exhausted John Hiller, who held on for dear life in game 2. And the Tigers held on for dear life, 8-7. Hiller went 3 innings, but he gave up 3 runs. They had a 4-run lead in the top of the 9th. So here's John Hiller. And we go to a different color. Hiller -2 hold. 3E12. 3E12. All right, so Hiller, 8th, 2 outs, bases loaded. He's going to face Boog Powell, or maybe not. Powell. You know what? Powell's still pretty good. Let's see who Detroit has. Oh, Joe Liss. Yes. Let's go with Joe Liss. We're going with Joe Liss. Daryl Cole says, Boog. Joshua Hauser says, let him hit. Oh, boy. There's a discussion in the Indians' dugout. Will they give Joe Liss the bat? Or will Boog Powell hit? Joe Liss failed as a pinch hitter in game 2. And they're going to let Boog Powell hit. And what convinced them was Derek Cole said, loved him in the Miller Lite commercials. Here we go. So Boog Powell will hit. Is this the correct choice by the coaches in the chat? But we're here to have fun. All right, so let's see what Boog Powell. They have put faith in Boog Powell. Will he reward them? It's a lefty-lefty matchup. John Hiller versus Boog Powell. No place to put Boog. Hiller. Kim behind the plate. The pitch to Powell. It's a 3-10. He gets the column he needs. Lefty-lefty matchup. But he's jammed. Pops it up. Right side foul territory. Freehand waiting for it near the first base bag. But in foul territory, he squeezes it. And the side is retired. The Indians leave them stranded. And exhausted John Hillard does his job. We go to the top of the 9th. The Indians need 3 outs to advance to the next round in the Bicentennial tournament. The Tigers need 2 runs to take it to the bottom of the 9th. So Powell pops out to first. We go to the top of the 9th. The Cleveland Indians 3, the Detroit Tigers 2. It will be Freehand, Kim, Stanley. Joshua Hauser says, I thought Boog was going to crank one. He got his column. He got the 3, but the 10 is no bueno. Now let's look at, for ha-ha's sake, where's Liss? Oh, that's the Detroit. Liss is here. $310 would have been a walk, and they would have had the insurance run. Well, Powell, the coaching staff decided on Powell. It gives Detroit new life. John Hillard might be called upon in the bottom of the ninth. He did his job. It's 3-2. The Indians cling to a 1-run lead. Kern trying to save it and propel the Indians into the next round of the Bicentennial tournament, either against the Yankees or the Orioles. Billy Freehand to face Jim Doc Kern. Freehand is 0 for 3, a flyout, a groundout, a strikeout. Kern to Freehand, a 1-11. Chopper down to third. Bell up with it, throws to Powell, 1 out. Freehand 0 for 4. The Indians 2 outs away from advancing. Bruce Kim now strides to the plate. Will they stick with Bruce Kim? Yes, they will. Do we have left? I think we have left-handed power. And we still have John Walkenfuss to catch. The wheels are churning. Walkenfuss. Oh, I thought we had left-handed power. Yes, we do. Danny Meyer. Phil Mankiewicz. Meyer had 2 home runs. That's not that much power. Phil Mankiewicz, 271. Well, they need a runner on. They're going to go with Phil Mankiewicz. He's going to pinch hit for Bruce Kim. Walkenfuss, we're going to put over here. So Bruce Kim is done. He's called back. It's going to be Phil Mankiewicz. Pinch hitter, 9th. Mankowski, excuse me. Mankowski. I don't know why I said Mankiewicz. Phil Mankowski. For Kim. One out, no one on. Left-hand batting, Phil Mankowski. Batted 271 and 85 at bats, 2 doubles, a triple, a homer, and 4 ribbies. On base isn't that good, but we're going with him. Kern to Mankowski. A 3-6. That's a hard hit ball to short, out number 2 as Blanks throws to Powell, and there are 2 down. So 2 ground balls to the left side, and the Indians are 1 out away. Jason Thompson already played. He started. Jason Thompson started. He was hitless. Kim pinch hit. Went in to catch. We moved Freehand to first. Yeah, I would have went to Jason Thompson, though. But he's not there. He already played. Here's Mickey Stanley trying to keep hope alive. Stanley's 0 for 3. Kern to Stanley. 6-6. You get your kicks on Route 66. 1 through 14 is a single. It is a 19. This ball game is over. Line shot. Buddy Bell robs Mickey Stanley of a single to left. He took a step and a dive to his right. Snares it. The Indians celebrate. They will move on in the Bicentennial tournament. What a play by Buddy Bell. Great reaction to his right. A step and a dive. It is all over. The Ron LaFleur 2-run homer in the top of the 8th sure made things interesting for the folks here at Municipal Stadium. But the final result, The Indians 3, the Tigers 2. Cleveland moves on to face either the Yankees or the Orioles. What a series. High drama here at Municipal Stadium. So the Cleveland Indians advance. The Tigers ponder what might have been. Buddy Bell made 2 fabulous plays at third in this game. Your winning pitcher is Bibby. Your losing pitcher, Vern Rule. The save goes to Kern. Player of the game, we're going to give it to Charlie Spikes. He played outstanding in right field and hit that 3-run homer with 2 outs and runners on the corners in the bottom of the second. That's all the scoring that the Indians would need and have. Ironically, both teams' scoring came off home runs by outfielders. Ron LaFleur, a 2-run homer with 1 out in the top of the 8th. But then Kern came in to do his job. He gets the save once again. LaRoche, a hold, and Bibby the win. So Bibby gave him 5 workmanlike innings. The Indians advance. That was a fun game. And the player of the game is Charlie Spikes. Spikes, player of game. I'd like to thank everyone. We had a lot of fun. That was a good series. If you want to see more of this tournament, smack that like button and leave comments after the video goes up on the comment page. I think we pretty much will show the Red Sox Brewers, and we'll probably get through the East and see how, if people are enjoying this series of games, we'll continue on and do the whole tournament online. If not, I'll do it offline and move to something else that people want to watch. I think this is a lot of fun. I think everyone's enjoyed it. As Joshua Hauser says, another fun game. I like to thank Joshua Hauser, Joel Horland 20, Daryl Cole, after Alternate History 100. Continue to scroll up. Uncle Dave Little, check out his channel and subscribe. Cutter Historical, please check out his channel and subscribe. Dave Gardner, another fine content creator, as everyone knows. Appa Bryant Baseball Classics, another fun channel. D. Scott Howard, the Goat Whisperer. Kenny Castro. Clinton Parks, the Admiral. After Further Review with Steve Tower, check out his channel and subscribe. Cleve Baseball Fan 879 from Stratomatic Super Advanced. Gaylord Perry 1972 replay. So thank you one and all. Again, if you enjoyed the stream, smack that like button. If you have not subscribed and you wish to do so, that would be awesome. If you do subscribe, hit the bell for notification when we go live. Grow the channel, grow the community, come back and have fun where everybody knows your name. Sub, like, share me as well as the other wonderful content creators in our community we call the FOC, Friends of the Channel, Friends of the Community. It's really easy. You just sub us and check out people's streams and have fun like we did in this chat. Thank you very much for your time. I greatly appreciate it. Stay safe. Be smart. God bless. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy New Year. Happy whatever you celebrate. Just be happy. So once again, thank you. Peace. The Indians move on with a 3-2 victory over the Tigers.